Hey guys, welcome back to the MTG Rundown. My name's Andrew.
It is me, Happy.
and I'm Elijah, I guess.
I'm back.
Yes?
Yeah,
I'm
I guess.
back.
Are you sure?
We have a whole Andrew today.
He's back.
A whole Andrew.
A whole solid Andrew.
Yeah, they had part of me here, just not my head.
Maybe
I don't know,
missing
weird.
some lung, but
I
besides
am.
that,
I am missing some lung. Not literally, but I had a nice little battle with pneumonia, and I obviously won. Don't know how, but I did. So that was fun.
Well, I mean, it's because pneumonia is like, oh, you won. I'm just going to stick around here for the next 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, it just like sticks right there. I still
Yeah.
have that like cough, and it's just
it's paid its
gross.
rent.
It
in advance.
hangs out.
It
You know,
hangs
it
out.
hangs out.
Hangs
So if
out.
you do hear me cough, sniffle, whatever, get over it. Anyways, that's we're starting out hot.
It's going to be a very attitude-filled episode.
No, it's gonna
Yeah.
be great. It's gonna be wonderful. So yeah, we have a little bit of news today. We have a new spoiler that came out for Kamigawa. That looks awesome. We're gonna talk about the challenger decks that are coming out in April. And we're going to be talking about this new thing from Beetle and Grimm's that's going to be about Kamigawa, and it has a large price point.
Yeah.
Very large.
If you're not used to Beetle and Grimm's stuff.
No, I'm not personally
Yeah.
used to them, but
I check
you
them out
know.
occasionally. I've
Yeah.
never bought anything, but
Yeah,
I
I
check
just
them out. I window
recently-
shop.
Yeah, I recently checked them out today. They're actually, it looks pretty cool. But let's dive into this spoiler, guys.
Yeah.
You okay, Elijah?
No, I'm good.
You help? All right. All right.
We
that's
always
good.
make the joke, and I instantly thought of it and just started laughing.
Oh, that's great. We're starting off strong. We're
What
starting
a
off
day.
strong, people. It's been a good day today.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a new dragon spirit,
A new Dagron.
of course.
A Dargan.
Mm.
Junji the Midnight Sky. It is a legendary dragon spirit, 5/5 with flying and menace. It costs 2 black mana and 3 colorless. And when it dies, you choose one. Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life, or put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose 2 life. That's pretty good. Pretty solid.
Traditionally, that is pretty solid.
So far, this is the best dragon they've released so far out of
Absolutely.
any of them.
Absolutely.
I mean, okay, that's fine. That's an opinion you're having.
I mean-
I'm sorry. I have a bias with the red one.
Okay, 5. Okay,
Because I
ignore
play
everything
decks.
else about the card. Everything. 5/5 Flying Menace.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Have fun with that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna laugh when you lose that over and over again.
Oh,
because
I
you
hope
don't
I
have
do.
enough flying to block it. Because your one little flying spirit isn't gonna do jack.
Oh no, he died. Guess I'll just get the other big thing you
Yeah.
killed
Yeah.
earlier.
Or
Oh
maybe
man,
something
that's-
of yours.
Yeah. Oh, that's so terrible.
Definitely gonna be a fun card in Commander.
It's gonna be red.
It's gonna be great. I always love Reanimator. I know I'm rebuilding my Nethroi deck right now, and I know that's gonna be in there.
I think it would be real cool to play like a Golgari mill type deck
Sure.
in like standard and just be like, oh, it died. Let me just reanimate Coma real quick.
Yeah. You
You,
guys.
you just
yeah,
put a
it's
bunch of
okay.
big stuff in your
Yeah.
deck that just gets milled with all your
Yeah.
mill cards, and then you just go, oh, the dragon died. I guess I have a Coma
no,
now.
Here's Coma and Klex.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No. Ah. Damn.
Did I reanimate a Vorinclex?
I could-
Did I do that?
Oh, did I do that? Oh no! Oh, village rights sacrificing my big ass dragon.
I could definitely see this. Like, it could see Splash in Standard, maybe in like kind of like mid range of your control.
Sure.
Only because like in control decks, you're usually running about Sometimes you're running a few creatures, not
Yeah,
too
like
many.
3 to 5, usually 3 to 5.
And this could definitely be something that not only could hand hate when you need it to, but it's also something if you have something else that's bigger in your graveyard, you can go for it.
Yeah, and it's being doubly evasive is real nice.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a 5/5 flying menace. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's-
hard to stop.
Yeah, it's just a good card, even without the abilities.
Your thoughts, Elijah?
It's a good card.
Man, this is why we have you here. Great commentary on that.
The insight you won't get anywhere else.
Exactly.
It's a good
That's what the
card.
people want.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely good gun. I give it 2 thumbs up. I like it.
Sure.
I mean, Standard I see it seeing play. Commander definitely.
Yeah.
Anywhere else probably not. but
Probably not. No,
No.
it doesn't. It doesn't go into the modern reanimator shell. Not really.
No.
It doesn't go in. God, Lord knows it doesn't go into Legacy Reanimator. You're not Grizzlebrand. Get out of here.
Good old Grizzlebrand.
Yep.
All right, so that's the one spoiler we got so
It's
far
pretty
for
good.
this week. It's a good spoiler,
Yeah.
very good spoiler.
He's no
I
Kokusho.
He's no Kokusho, but it's a good second because I mean they did basically announce it like, oh yeah, the dragon spirits are coming back and they're going to be new, which makes sense if you know the lore of Kamigawa a little bit. Which
Yeah.
I know a little bit. I know they all died doing something,
They died.
and now we got new ones.
Yeah,
The
no, we got
5
cooler
old
ones.
ones have 1 death trigger. All 5 of these new ones will have 2, and you get to choose.
Yes.
So
Which one thing we did say before recording, it works well in Commander if you're running with Kaya because double death triggers.
Yes, Tesa.
Tesa, sorry.
did
I was
you
saying
just
otherwise.
say Kai?
I
not
was thinking
Kaya.
it's not Kaya.
It's not the cooler Orzhov.
Yeah,
lady.
true.
Yeah.
I know,
The less cool Orzhov.
the less
lady.
cool off.
Yeah.
Or something. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the coolness of Kaya.
Oh yeah, absolute queen.
Oh, definitely queen. So the next thing we got on the docket, I should say. Yeah, look at those terms.
Docket.
Check that one off.
Check that box
Check.
right there for me. We have the 2022 Challenger decks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm
Definitely.
excited to finally have pre-made decks that aren't Commander for people who are like, I want to get into Magic, to actually have something for them to sell. Wizards, please make more intro decks.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I miss the intro decks.
Why don't you do that anymore? Whatever. It's money. I know
it's money. It's definitely
I know
a
it's
money
money.
thing.
I
It's
know
definitely
it's
a money thing, but I think there's other things too. But no, the Challenger decks though, they look like fun. It looks like we
Yeah.
have Gruul Stompy, Rakdos Vampires, looks like Dimir Control, and Mono White.
Yeah.
So definitely, a lot of these Challenger decks, they are ready to go to play in Standard. So
Mhm.
you can get them out of the box, shuffle them up, probably sleeve them because if you don't sleeve them, you're a heathen. And they're ready to go right at the play, and they can be competitive. I mean, they aren't. Obviously, you're going to make upgrades to them over time.
Well, I mean,
I'm
I
gonna be
thought
real.
the point of the Challenger decks where they took the best 4 decks of Standard at a certain point, and they just made what $30 versions of them that you
So-
could easily just upgrade with the other cards if you had the money.
So yes, except this year they clearly have not done that.
Well,
because
they don't want
They
to
want
perpetuate
all
Elrond's
runs
Epiphany continually for
Yeah.
ML. Because I mean, you can't if you don't include Elrond's Epiphany into
Elrond's
the Elrond's
Epiphany, and then the just like the
and the gold spans and stuff,
Yeah.
your deck's not doing anything if you're trying to go for that archetype without them.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't make the best decks because they're too expensive.
Yeah, they are actually too expensive.
yeah. The best decks right now in Standard are really, really expensive. I mean, Alrund's Epiphany. I mean, a Mono White probably is like going to be the top tier of these 4, just because Mono White is so fast in Standard right now.
I don't know. I
See,
think that
I
Gruul
just-
Werewolf's gonna run some stuff down, man.
Well, right
And to
now,
have yet a third opinion,
sure.
have you seen the vampire list?
Oh no,
played?
the vampires are nice. I'm not saying
It
there's.
eats people alive.
Well, that's what vampires do. They're supposed to. Happy. Yeah, no,
Just
it's
ignoring Dimir control.
well,
Yeah, no, Dimir Control is pretty poorly placed.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Dimir Control right now is not in a good spot.
I tried.
Yeah, we are. Well, I think
I tried.
a lot
You
of
think it's
people
running Wash Away?
probably like
Maybe a one of.
one
in
of
the
them a
sideboard?
sideboard, yeah, because it stops Auron's Epiphany.
Yeah.
And even so, I mean, I know a lot of the times in the meta in where we work at and
Yeah.
everything,
In the store.
I see a lot more aggro or mid-rangey than I
Yes.
do control. So really, control decks in our store have a bad time.
It's true.
It's very
It's
true. And that's why I kind of point at the mono white, just because with mono white right now in the standard meta,
It's
mono
real
white
solid.
is on top. Oh, it's solid. It's
It's
good.
real solid. It's rock solid.
It's fast. It's up there. It's right up there with mono green,
Yep.
I mean, it even has the removal necessary to keep going.
which
Which is insane.
that is one surprise I have here is that they didn't put mono green, but I can understand why they didn't put mono green. That's an expensive list. And
It
you have to
is.
use snowlands.
You have to use Snowlands. It's an expensive list, whereas Gruul Werewolves 1, everybody goes bananas, BANANAS, for werewolves.
It's true.
And vampires.
Vampires, yes, but like, man.
The werewolves hit
yeah.
hard for popularity. Yeah,
I desperately I kind of want to pick up the vampire standard deck and just see what I can upgrade it to, because I think vampires are I feel like vampires are underrated right now, but they're getting like a blind spot just because of the fact that you have decks like mono green, mono white, and Outrun's Epiphany. I'm gonna take a million turns wide because I hate you.
Yes, I do think of all the decks, I think that the vampires list will probably be one like all around. I think it'll probably be the second or third best,
Sure.
to be real. But I think it'll be the cheapest to like make super good. It's it's not an expensive deck to begin with, and I think they'll pretty much just give you everything you need, and then you just like, I don't know, buy a Sorin or two.
Also, with Soren, definitely. I was thinking Edgar for a moment. I was just gonna say to the audience at home, if you're thinking about going 3 colors, don't do it. I tried.
Oh no! Don't do Mardu. Don't do Mardu vampires.
I tried so bad. I tried so hard. I was like, I can make this work,
no,
guys.
You can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Nope.
My poor arena rating. I got real happy because I'm like, I made it, and it won me like 5 games. I'm like, oh, I'm on a hot streak. I'm feeling real good. Then I went into the meta, and it showed me why I was wrong.
Yes. No, Marty's bad.
Mardu is bad, unfortunately.
Marty's bad.
Unfortunately. I'm just going to say unfortunately because I wish.
Yeah.
You basically want to go rack those vampires and
For speed.
Because they do try to bait you a bit in this set.
Oh, they
because
do.
They're like, oh yeah, here's Edgar Markov, this really solid
Orzhov
card.
Here's Olivia. Everybody loves Olivia.
A solid Rakdos card. And then we have a really sad Auric. Real sad Auric. He didn't deserve that.
Odric.
Sorry.
Odric's getting... I mean, the only good Odric card is Vanquish the Horde, because that is Odric on the card.
Yes,
He's
it is Odric on the card.
That's the only good card he's got going for him right now.
It's standard,
yes.
Standard, yes.
Doing Odric bad.
It made me sad. I wanted
He
so
deserves
badly.
better.
He does. He does deserve better. Wizards, get on that. Anyways.
Well, I don't think they can. I think he's pretty much dead now.
I'm not with that attitude. Did you not just see that new Reanimator card? We can bring him back. It's fine.
That's fair.
It's
What,
fine.
to make a blood token?
Well, yeah. Multiple blood tokens. Can I just go back home and be sick again?
It is rough.
Oh, no. I don't feel so good, guys. I'm just going to mosey on out that door.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But no,
Challenger deck's looking good.
yeah, the Challenger decks look really good. I like them.
We don't have the contents yet, but I'm sure we can they pretty much build themselves.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And again, these are really, for me personally, like I like the Commander starter decks. They are a good way to get into Magic. I personally like these more if you're trying to get into Magic.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like when I started out, starting small was so much better. Because I'm going to date myself here. When I started, I got the old school 7th edition box that had like the starter decks in it.
Yeah.
And it also had a CD for Magic Online.
Yeah.
Or no, it was the tutorial. And I played the hell out of that.
I'm sure.
But no, it was, I mean, I love those kind of things. And I know they tried doing that with like the arena starter deck things, but
Yeah.
I feel like that was too much of
Yeah.
a push to go, oh, well, here's the physical cards, but arena. I don't think you need to do that. I think you just need to, I would love to see them bring back those starter decks like we had before, where each one has a theme.
Yeah.
Where, obviously, they're not that good.
Just bring back the Planeswalker decks, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like they're perfect.
I mean, I
Those
had
sell pretty well.
I remember, and this is actually going back to the old school Kamigawa days when it was Betrayers, the old the starter ninjutsu deck.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I took that. I was bored. I wanted to play F&M. I didn't have a deck on me, so I'm like, I'm going to buy that deck. And I'm just going to play it. I think I went like 2-3.
Yeah.
But hey, I still got 2 wins out of
Two
it.
wins out of it. It's not bad.
Made somebody real mad about it. It was great.
Yeah.
But those decks are great. I really wish Wizards would bring those back. I
Yeah.
think they're a great way into here. And, they're doing it with Commander, which is great. Commander is a great format to get started into. But when you're looking at actually wanting to get into like a competitive play field.
See, I just think even like learning the game, Commander, is really hard to like learn the game, just because if every time you draw a card, you're literally reading a new block of text every time.
Sure.
It's exhausting. Whereas the 60 card decks, like you have multiples of cards, right? So you draw a new card and you're like, oh, okay, I've seen this card before. I know what this does.
Yeah.
Right. Like I okay, and then you move on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely think they need to bring that back. And bring back some theme decks. Let's have some fun.
We can cut back on the Commander decks for literally every set. We can walk that back.
We can go back to real formats. It's fine.
Yes. Speaking of, wow, we were wrong last episode, guys. I just wanna.
Yeah, I'm
say,
gone for one episode, and you guys can't fact check
Yeah,
yourselves. What's
well,
going on?
Listen, hold on. We didn't. I didn't think about it. We didn't think about it until after we recorded the episode.
Well, that's
okay,
obvious.
we put it in editor's note.
Mm-hmm.
There's an editor's note.
Yeah.
There's a Fox News joke there somewhere.
We get more than Fox News.
Yeah, no, so the Commander decks, I know you guys had some speculation, which I totally would have been on board with what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I was totally thinking, oh, it's going to be like spirits or ninjas.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll sneak samurais in there just they haven't talked about it yet. But now I guess it's supposed to be what's looking like vehicles and modified.
Yeah, buckle up and
Something upgrades.
Upgrades Unbound or
Yeah,
something
up
that.
like upgrades Unbound and buckle up, and I was like, oh, we weren't even close.
Yeah.
I mean, the modified makes sense because it's a new.
It's a new
thing.
mechanic.
It's new mechanic they're bringing in. That
But
makes sense.
vehicles, really? Really?
What is this? Kaldesh? Aether Revolt?
Yeah,
Really?
that's what I was thinking.
Come on, guys.
This is Kamigawa. Let's
Come
pump the
on,
brakes a little bit
guys.
here.
Well, no, they're trying to hit the accelerator.
exactly.
I mean, how does that work? They go and they're sitting there like, all right, guys, we need to have 2 new Commander decks for Kamigawa. It's got to be good. What's the first one? How about modified? Oh, yeah, that's the new keyword.
That's the new keyword.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the second? Well, how about
Like Steve
spirits?
from the back. Vehicles. And someone's like, what?
What?
What did you say, Steve?
What a genius! That
And
sounds
somebody's
about-
like, write that down. Write that down.
well, no, what happened is like, wait, vehicles, how does that make sense? Money. Done. All right, we're
You
going.
know what? You got me there.
You got
me there.
You got me. Ugh. Man, those are like the modified I get, but vehicles just seems like a weird Kamigawa. Well, I mean, we
Out of
haven't seen the
left
full
field,
spoiler.
We've seen
Maybe-
a single vehicle.
Well, yeah, true. We have seen a singular
We've
vehicle.
seen a vehicle. It's
All right.
pretty good. I mean,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
For a vehicle, it's really not bad. But it will make me wonder. It's like, okay, well, what are we gonna see that's gonna say "buckle up"? Are they gonna put an Umezawa Jit on a car?
Are we going to get a Parthelion 3? Like, what do we...
Just honking. You just honk a horn, give everything -1/-1 counters.
Step on the gas.
It's just that it's an odd choice, but I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess I like that they're making bold choices.
Sure.
I guess at the end of the day,
It's not spirits, and I guess I can live with that.
yeah,
you know?
I guess I can live that they're, you know what, they're trying something new. And is it going to be good? Probably not.
It'll
but
probably
I'd
be
rather
something stupid like crewing costs 2 less or something. If if they're on the board.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather have them try something like swing big and miss than just like play it safe.
It's gonna be
I kind of-
Boros vehicle too. Let's be real.
No.
If it's
Oh,
Boros
man.
vehicles, well,
I guarantee you it's gonna be Boros.
I'm gonna check
Throw
that.
it out.
I'm gonna check that stamp to make sure it's not Kaladesh. Or something.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be
Gosh.
Boros vehicles, so that way you can use the samurai card to make a bunch of 1/1s that you tap to crew things.
I mean, that'll do
that's-
something.
That's too real.
Yeah,
That's-
right?
That's too accurate to what's probably gonna happen.
I mean, how do you like in most recent years when they've been
I want to
doing
see
this,
5-color vehicle. I'll be okay with it if it's 5-color. They give us 5-color vehicle, I'll be alright.
I don't think they're bold enough to do 5-color
No,
right now.
I
No.
know, but I want them to.
I mean, most recently with these Commander decks, obviously they're pushing Commander hard because it is arguably one of the most popular formats.
It's
Or,
not
like,
arguably the most. It is.
Yeah. I say arguably because you're going to have that one person going, well, what about Legacy? What about Legacy? Anyways, But how do you guys feel about the most recent commander decks that have come out? I mean, like Crimson Vows commander decks, the vampire one is cool.
The vampire one is perfectly acceptable, which is not good enough if you're trying to make a vampire deck post Edgar.
True.
And the spirits are it's a cool deck idea. It just didn't hit enough marks. Like the commander's cool, and a lot of the stuff they were trying to do was cool. It just didn't hit the mark.
It just doesn't do what you need it to do.
Right. And I feel like they keep doing that with these commanders. Now, the Midnight Hunt ones I liked. I liked Lenore.
I don't know.
The Selesnya one. I did like Lenore.
Okay.
And the zombie one
You really didn't watch the video.
Yeah, you didn't watch the video, huh?
No, I didn't see it all.
we talked about that.
We kind of went in on
for about
Lenore.
5 minutes. We kind of went in on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
really laced into her.
Laced into her a little bit.
You don't like Lenore?
No.
You don't like Lenore? Okay.
Nah.
All right. Well, hey, Silver, if you're watching this, don't watch last week's video.
I think Silver knows it too.
Oh no, they love Lenore.
Yeah.
Like if they come in here throwing salt packets at you guys, that's not on me.
Do it, Silver. Hit me.
Hit
me.
No, now the zombie one just needed to become Verena. Which I made it become Verena.
The zombie one was kind of banging.
The zombie one, it was
the zombie one. I mean, they were printed rooftop. They were printed literally every card you would need.
Oh,
and all you needed to
for
do was
that
buy
deck.
a $10 card from the set, and you already increased its
then-
power level by at least 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Poppet
out-
Stitcher's nuts.
And you just
Take
take out
out-
Armillary Sphere.
Yeah, our Armillary Sphere, and you're good. Like,
Well, I mean, that's what I did. Like, I actually bought that deck, and I was like, okay, this is really cool, but I really like Verena. So I just made it into Verena using most of those cards and adding in the stuff you need from white. It was great.
Yeah. It's delightful.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But no, I just feel like with the commander decks that we've been seeing, I feel like they've been lowering our expectations and also just what they are.
based
because-
on the next 2, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, think about it, though. I mean, we got used to, like, every year, they'd be like, okay, here's the 4 new commander decks.
Oh, you mean like Fierce Guardianship?
Yeah, which, I mean, those weren't terrible. They actually were, like,
Dockside?
Yeah, they printed interesting. Whether or not the decks were good, they were interesting. Right, they were interesting ideas, and even if you didn't like the whole deck, there were a few cards in every deck that were like, "Oh, this is pretty cool," right? Like the stupid the faceless menace.
Yeah,
deck.
19 was Morph,
Yeah,
Madness,
yeah.
eggs.
casting spells, and then
Populate.
Populate.
Populate,
basically.
yeah.
Egg. But then the Populate one, the
Yeah.
Which
the
those
4/4
were
Rhino
fun.
Populate, which were great.
All 4 of those decks were fun.
So the faceless menace deck, I loathe. It's a terrible deck.
It's a hard deck to play.
but it also has Full Wrath in it,
It
and I
does
think
have
that
Full
Full
Wrath.
Wrath is super cool. So
It
even
is.
though I'm like, I look at a deck and go, this is friggin' stupid, right? There's still something in there that makes me go, well.
Like, I've never been a fan of
What
the
do we got
Anji deck
here?
for the Madness. Like, I never thought it went well, but I mean, there were still some really good cards in there.
Some solid cards in there.
For aristocrat standpoint,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was great. I was like, wow.
Mhm.
The commander decks they've released pretty much since
Since 19, probably.
no,
20 was good.
because 20 was good,
20 was since Commander 20.
and I'll even say the Strixhaven ones, like when they actually release like a full like commander set.
Of 4
they are-
decks, yeah.
Of 4 decks, they are good. Pretty much, unless
Everything after Strixhaven.
everything that's not that, because the Kaldheim decks, while everybody liked them, they're not blowing my socks. They're not blowing my mind.
Right.
No, they're
Also, there are the only 2, I mean, well, they did that with AFR. With the 2, there are only really 2 commander decks that stand out of that whole thing. The red-green dragons.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
And
Dragons and Prosper, and that's it.
Prosper.
And
That's
There's
it.
not enough
Prosper.
dungeon stuff to do dungeon stuff.
Right.
And then
I think the only truly bad one from
Galea was okay.
Galea Galea can rip. Galea can
Yeah,
rip.
the dungeon one was the worst of those 3.
Sincerely terrible.
Flat out.
Yeah.
I just feel like they need to go back. Like, I understand what they're doing. I understand it's a business move. You know, Commander's the most popular format. So you're pushing it. You're pushing that. That's why every set's like, oh, hey, 2 commander decks too for you commander players. It's not just for standard and modern in them anymore. It's also for you too. I get that. But what I want them to do is I want them to like put more effort, I guess, into them.
Yeah, I wish they'd give a shit.
Yeah. They need to get. They just need to. That's just the blunt, honest truth.
I mean, I think the only reason why they're giving us commander decks every set is because they can't make every other set a commander set, and they want to try to at least push some cards into that specific because those commander decks have only like 5 each commander only cards that aren't reprints that are actually new, and then the set boosters occasionally you'll get one of the okay commander only cards as well. So I think it's just their way of trying to print cards into it without going, oh, look, let's make 9 sets in a row that are commander.
So, sure, but my response to that is just wait until you do the one big commander set a year and make that cool instead of making like four kind of lame commander
I
decks.
agree with you.
Like,
or at least put more effort into the actual commander decks you're making every set. Do one or the other.
One thing I would add to that is also the whole thing about commander is supposed to be that kind of that unique game format for you. That it's supposed to be that big group play. You know, you have 4 or more people play, and it's supposed to be unique that way. And I feel like they're really trying to push it more and more and more to where it loses that uniqueness, in a sense.
I think since people started doing CEDH, I think that's when it started to lose a lot of its uniqueness.
Yeah.
Because of the best seed. It's just like with any competitive format, the best decks are at the top and everything else is underneath it. There is no... If you're playing in a competitive, you're going to see every time I've watched competitive, it's like Mono Blue, Food Chain Prosh, zero cost Joyra, and you might get like a Stax Durevi, like the mono red
Duretti.
Yeah.
Like the mono red Duretti, and then or you'll get like some form
Heliod
of
combo.
You'll get some form of like super hardcore stack deck.
Yep.
That's multiple colors or one color.
Right.
Or
And
something.
then they
Xur.
just win
It's
like
a Xur
And then you'll get like
stack.
Xur stacks, and
Yeah.
that's about it. I mean, there are variations of all of them, but like after that, it just falls off the cliff.
Right. Like, yeah, and I don't know. I just think trying to do competitive for Commander is, I think, against the spirit of the format.
Sure.
And also you're trying to, competitive is all about as little variance as humanly possible in a format all about having literally one of every card.
Mhm.
So you're just like, no matter what, you're trying to reduce the amount of RNG in a format based around RNG.
There are things that you make competitive. You can do standard and modern and legacy all competitive. You can do all of those competitive. Commander is not something you should make competitive.
It's really not.
Commander is literally there, folks, to be that whole group play and, really celebrate the togetherness of what Magic does.
It's what judges played between rounds.
Exactly.
Yeah, like when they weren't judging, they had this, this stupid Commander idea, and that's what they did, and pretty much no one else did it for a long time.
Right. Like, I remember when it was something new and it was starting to come out more.
Mhm.
It's like, and there was just part of like, oh, yeah, we should try this crazy new format.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those fun things that just should not be competitive.
It just shouldn't be that competitive.
It really shouldn't be. Like, you shouldn't be going, okay, guys, I got my competitive CEDH deck. Y'all ready to lose on turn 2? No.
No.
I don't want
It's
to play.
Commander.
I
don't want these games to take an hour, but I also don't want them to take 2 minutes.
Right.
Like, can we hang out for a bit? Like, good
Can
Lord.
we chill? Can, maybe we order a pizza later when
Yeah.
we play a game,
I think 30 to 45 minutes is normally like a good thing to aim. 25 to 45, I think, is a good range.
Depending on
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Depending on that's
Yeah,
a
that's
pretty good per game. Is
Yeah,
pretty
per
good.
game.
Gonna pay the one. Okay.
Josh almost stabbed that man. I probably would have let him.
I
He
would have
was
too.
so that sucked. That sucked.
I was ready. I was just prepared because I would have been like, I didn't see anything. Did you see anything?
Yeah,
I
don't
didn't
see
see anything.
anything.
No,
Get
I
the
don't know
mop.
don't know how you got that stab wound, man.
Oh,
I don't
man,
get it.
That sucks.
That was so bad. But no, I just feel like that's a format you don't make competitive. You just keep it fun. You keep it lighthearted. Though that's the kind of format you come into going, all right, guys, I built the most jankiest deck in the world.
I
Let's
built
see what
Skeleton
happens.
Ship.
Yep.
How's it going, guys? Like, we're gonna see some weird stuff.
I built Dagon Blackblade and focused on just lands.
Land.
I
Just
built
lands.
Memnarch just because I wanted to steal everything.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I built Memnarch, and it was terrible. It was funny, but it was terrible.
Yeah.
But I
Y'all like Mono Blue Tron?
basically, it was basically Mono Blue Tron.
You get
It
Memnarch
worked
on the board.
once.
Yeah.
Infinite blue mana, steal everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran Pillapala and Master Architect, I think it was called, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally did that. That was the only combo I had in the deck.
Oh man, you definitely should have put a Mindslaver in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't put Mindslaver in there, but I did have like Unwinding Clock, and I had
Yeah.
all the other stuff to
Yeah.
make me on-tap everything and redo it again.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Liquid Metal Coating in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, why not?
Because I want all of your things.
Give them to me.
It was such a stupid deck. But I mean, that's the whole point of EDH.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be silly, fun decks. You can have decks that you like, put a win con in there. You do that, but don't be that kind of person. That's like, I win game 2, GG guys. If you're gonna do that, warn people, and then when you do it, saying, okay, guys, I did that. I'm gonna let you 3 play.
Yep.
That's what you do. You back out peacefully. You don't be that person. Don't do it. Anyways. But
Have we
that's our-
talked about Beetle and Grim yet?
We're getting
Tangents
there.
are really
Gotcha.
cool.
You're
Guys.
getting-
I don't know if you
Gotcha.
guys. I don't know if you guys are math fans or not, but tangents are pretty cool.
Dude, tangents are pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
listen,
a solid
that's
measurement.
kind
That's
of.
a solid
I mean,
tangent.
let's be honest. That's kind of our theme. We just start going onto something, and we're just like, you know what? I actually have problems with this, and you don't even realize.
I
it
would
till you
like
start-
to air my grievances.
We are
where's the poll? Where's
Yeah.
the Festivus poll?
we are
It's time
putting
for the
track-
airing of grievances.
We are laying the track in front of the train as we are driving it. So
Yep.
sometimes it curves because we can't.
real tracks have curves.
Well, no, we just start talking about something, and all of a sudden we just go, you know what? I just found out I had a problem about that.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Wait
wait
a
a minute.
minute.
Pause. So the next thing on our list is something that's coming out from Beetle and Grimm's.
Matthew Lillard's Beetle and Grim.
Why don't
Yeah.
you explain it to the people
Yes,
who
please
don't
do.
know, Happy?
Oh
Explain
yeah,
it to the
so
people what this is.
Beetle and Grim, they do owned by Matthew Lillard of Shaggy fame.
Yes.
I'm not joking, by the way.
I
It's
know, I
actually
know.
the guy who
I know.
owns it. They usually do cool like Dungeons and Dragons like premium like collections, right? Like the one that sticks out to me the most is the Ravenloft one when Wizards did the Curse of Strahd revamped. Beetle and Grim did like this super cool like $500 like ultra mega biggest most bestest of everything in that box. I mean, like there was like like real actual minted coins. There was like actual like letters with like their own stationery and like wax seals that you could like send your players to invite them to the game. Like this whole intricate Taroka deck. Maps, like I think there was a card for every single encounter, breaking down like every
Wow.
single
Oh,
every
wow.
single like monster and stuff.
That's
Yeah, no, it
awesome.
was they do really high quality, incredibly like cool deluxe editions, generally for TTRPGs. This is the first time they're doing one for Kamigawa, and
Or Magic in general.
Magic in general, but and it looks pretty okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So basically, it comes in like a backpack. It's an actual real like functional backpack.
Yeah, it's a Kamigawa themed black and neon pink backpack.
It actually looks very punk. It's very
It does.
Sex Pistols.
I like it.
And then basically just comes with a bunch of like cool little knickknacks, right? I mean, so they're like metal +1/+1 counters, which are pretty cool. There's a card vault, a life counter,
Deck
a
boxes,
little plush,
sleeves.
some deck boxes, sleeves, right? Just like a whole slew of things.
Mm-hmm.
The silver edition is, I think, $200, whereas the platinum edition is $500. But in the platinum edition, you get,
get
I
way
think,
more.
you get literally double the amount of stuff
Oh,
that
yeah.
you do in the silver
And you
edition.
get the backpack. You don't
And
get it on the silver.
You don't get the backpack in the silver edition, but you do get it on the platinum edition, and it sincerely just looks really cool. They haven't announced a lot of what things will actually look like because a lot of it
Is based off of cards they haven't shown yet.
yeah, cards that we don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm honestly the biggest thing for me is the in-world guide to Kamigawa and the Kamigawa world map. Those just make my Kokoro go doki doki.
Woo!
I don't know what LED playmat means, but I'm interested.
I would look
My interest is piqued.
as an RGB nut.
Mhm.
I can tell you.
I'm very curious because I see LED playmat. I'm like, does it light up?
Hopefully it lights. Hopefully there's a battery pack next to it.
In the platinum edition, the 5 lithographic art prints.
Those are gonna be nice.
That actually
The
looks nice.
life counter looks a little scary, guys.
It does. I'm really glad that the Kamigawa art card folio, I'm really glad that they're actually giving you something to do with the art cards.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it only comes in the... Oh, no, it comes in both. It comes in
Does it come in
both.
both?
I'm
Okay,
sad
that's
that it costs you $200 to get something to do with those art cards, but it is nice that they're at least thinking about it,
That means that
Yeah.
someone has thought about it, even if it is Matthew Lillard.
even if it is just Matthew Lillard. Yeah.
I mean, I
Personally designed all of this, Matthew Lillard.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, using 2% of his power.
Yes, using
only
2% of his power.
Only 2%. Oh man, no, I really thought that was this cool. I read up on the article about it. I'm like, oh okay, yeah, I hadn't heard of the company before.
Neither had I.
And
Neither had I.
I actually just recently checked them out, and I was like, oh okay, these are really cool. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be because how the article reads is a little misleading.
It is.
Yeah, the article didn't say anything about anything.
Yeah,
It was like, yeah, they're making some stuff, and it's going to be like $500. Like, what are they making? And they don't tell you anything.
Yeah, they don't
tell
really
you
tell you
nothing.
much. And it was just one of those things because, like, I got the article from my spouse, and they're like, oh, you should check this out. Wizards are trying to make money again. And I'm like, what are they doing now? What is this silver and platinum thing? And then I actually was like, okay, wait, let me look at this website. Let me take a look at this. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's a legitimate thing.
It's a legitimate thing.
They sincerely put like a lot of like quality,
oh, yeah.
a lot of quality into the products that they.
So
that
if
they
you're
make.
worried about like, man, $500 for all this stuff, like,
you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Oh,
you get really good, high quality.
good.
Pretty much
that,
everything.
and that's the most important thing.
Yes.
So, Elijah, you know what I want for Valentine's Day?
I don't know what you're talking to me about this, Chief.
Well, you got to make it happen. So, I'm just trying, you know.
Yeah. You got to put out feelers.
I got to.
I can get you a single Hershey's Kiss.
I better get that Hershey's Kiss. If I don't
I
get
will.
it, Elijah,
You'll get a
Get
Hershey's
your
Kiss,
chocolate.
man.
You joke.
I'm gonna
Swear.
find. Yeah. Don't worry, you'll get a singular Hershey's Kiss. Don't worry.
I better, because if I don't, I'm gonna be real disappointed. The whole day will be ruined.
All right.
I like on the website, it's like 10% off through December 20th. We're a little late. I think they're a little behind on their
Little
website
behind on
design.
No, I don't think this is releasing for a little while.
Oh yeah, no, you got a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a while.
So are you? You're
time.
thinking? You're thinking it says December of 2022.
It would not shock me.
Okay. Which is interesting. So you get 10. I mean, if that is the case, you get 10% off. If you
Yeah,
want to
it's
jump
here.
in on
We're
the
just
ground
gonna-
floor.
I'm just gonna check and see.
I don't know how like limited it is. Do you know anything about that, Happy?
Oh no.
What?
They actually have an option to where you can pay this off in 4 payments.
Ooh.
Yeah. Klarna.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
But
no.
it's
So
what I- it's what I-
125 a payment. There's your 500,
Yeah.
baby.
It's what I
Yeah.
did with. It's what I did with my Doc Martens.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I've done it before. I've done that before.
Do you have to pre-order it?
Ships in March 22.
Okay. Yes, you pre-order it, and then if you don't pre-order it,
By a certain date, you lose out.
yeah,
one of those
if you
things?
haven't pre-ordered it by the time they start shipping, I believe you're donezo. It's over.
So there's a cutoff date.
Yep.
So check out the website. We'll put a link in the description.
Yep.
In case you want to look at it yourselves.
Taldore.
They do have a couple pictures of things like the life counter and the metal counter tokens, which
Yeah.
look really cool, and
I like
and
how
like
those metal
one of the
counters
deck
look.
boxes.
Those
But
counters are really cool.
they've definitely shown some stuff already. So check out the link below for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely cool. I'm definitely thinking about it. I don't know how. I at least have till March to figure, at least end of February to figure it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to look at what taxes look like. I got other stuff I got to pay for first.
Oh, I know I'm gonna get killed on taxes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially because I'm
Depression.
switching tax brackets again.
Oh,
Again?
jeez.
Well, because you go from single to
Oh,
together, and then you go from together to single.
Yeah,
It jumps and then jumps.
yeah, you're right.
And you
Yeah.
do it, and you're doing it halfway between tax season. So all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know.
it's
It's, weird. It's gonna be a weird tax season for me.
that's
but-
the kind of taxes you just hand off to a guy and go,
Yeah.
I don't know, man, you figure
Yeah,
it
that's
out.
figure it out.
doing. That's what I'm doing.
Figure
This
it out.
I got married in July, so I have to deal with that whole
You
spiel.
newlyweds. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now.
Fair. Look at you. Ooh, look at me. I got married 5 years ago. Anyways.
4.5, yeah.
4.5, whatever. I'm close enough.
I did taxes for both of us
Which
the
that
first time, and had her
reminds
her
me-
birth year one lower,
Oh, no.
and it got sent back. I was like, God dang!
Yeah.
Now,
That was a fun time.
one thing that just came to mind since we're talking about pre-order stuff, if you have secret layers, they are going to start. They've
Already
started
been dropping like
payment.
rocks. My
Yeah.
bank account's crying right now. I had 3
Yeah.
hit at the same time. I'm crying.
Yeah,
I wasn't
mine's
expecting
getting-
that.
Mine's getting billed on Thursday because I didn't have enough in my account. I won't have enough till Thursday. Wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, Mirrored Insanity, Read the Fine Print, and Secret Lair X Mischief all dropped at the same time.
Yeah.
So my bank account got hit 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
and I was not ready for that.
I just don't buy secret layers. I bought one. I bought the Phyrexian one. They got me. They got me.
See, I think. Well, they didn't get me. I only wanted the Extra Life one. I like the Extra Life
The
one
Extra
just
Life one
because
is great.
It goes to a good cause.
Yep.
Plus, I really like the creator.
So
of
which one
Behemoth.
hit your
Yeah,
account?
it's
Was it
pretty.
the
It's
Extra
pretty
Life?
adorable.
Oh, I think that one, and I think there was one other that Silver got because they really wanted it. I think it was the
snow?
Monster Horror.
Oh, the monster ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
that
yeah.
one too, but that hasn't been credited
yeah.
yet. So it
I'm
might be
surprised
something
that one
else.
didn't get you.
I have a lot of willpower.
Yes, Happy has an
Somebody
incredible.
has to.
And
yeah.
Happy statted out willpower, nothing else.
I have to, just because like I just look at it and I think like, so it's either this or I eat tonight. I want to eat.
I don't know. See, I
That's
have this.
fair.
I have the body fat to be like, I don't need to eat today. We're
See,
good.
I if I don't
See,
eat,
plan it ahead, Happy.
nah,
Plan
you know
it
what?
ahead.
You know, he's got me. He's got me.
See, I went above that. I got bariatric surgery, so now my stomach is really small. I can only eat very little. I only require very small amounts. So I can spend extra money on stupid crap like this.
Bastard, I eat like crazy.
But no, yeah.
For the glory of wizards.
So yeah, keep an eye on those bank accounts because secret layers are coming out and they're going to be coming soon.
Yeah, you don't want to get jumped by that.
Yeah.
you want to get ahead.
You want to see it before you walk around the corner.
Yep.
Because you don't want to just like get clotheslined by
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just excited for my crater hoofs because one
Oh
of those
yeah,
is going
the
in Netheroi.
creator hoof.
Yeah, they're
I didn't get.
adorable
Sadly,
looking.
I missed that one, but I didn't need them. I didn't need that many at least.
I got the year before's Extra Life when they did it. That's where it had like the Teferi's protection, collected
See, I
company.
really wish-
and all that.
Oh yeah.
The
I
only,
got
yeah,
one.
the only
Yeah.
reason I got the Mischief one was because it's a really cool gold foiled Blood Moon
Oh,
and a nice
yeah.
silver foiled Teferi's puzzle box.
See, I don't buy blood moons on principle.
What's wrong with Blood Moon?
Being across from it.
Yeah, being a modern player, that's a real
Being across
sad
from it.
sight.
Well-
realizing I have 3 basics.
Well, just
of,
realizing you currently have mountains.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh man, I'm playing Esper Control. Real weird that I only have mountains on my side of the board.
well, obviously, I mean, you just got to play better. You just have some removal, man.
Just place mono red burn, and then you don't care.
It's true. I could just play Blitz.
yeah, just play Blitz. Just like get that win. That early, be that annoying person that just like, oh yeah, I think I got this one.
I don't.
I got this right here. I got this right
I
here.
don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, Happy, what was that card you were playing? What's that?
Let me see how far you are from the combo. Let's see how far you are from the combo. Cappy has a lot of willpower and self-control.
Yeah, well, I can't. I'm not going to come across the table at a 13.
Oh, I would have cast Anguish on Making on him. He was dead. Like, Anguish on Making.
Oof.
Don't you touch my modern deck.
I just like he's 13 years old.
You know, speaking as we
He's a
record
kid.
this on Tuesdays,
Yes.
and our store has Modern on
On
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
I'm actually playing Modern
You're
tonight.
playing Modern today, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm playing that stupid deck I built. That's probably not going to win a lot, but I'm going to have fun
It's
with
what
it.
the Boros.
It's
no. It's
multicolor tribal.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
multicolored tribal.
It's a Boros. It's Boros colors. It runs. What's that?
Hero Precinct 1.
Yeah, Hero Precinct 1 is one of them, and then the 3/1 Golem Maker.
The Golem Maker. I wanted to make a commander deck off that so bad because there's so many splicers that buff golems just in general. So I figured, man, I run the 2 best golem splicers and just go ham on golems.
Yeah, no, I saw the deck on MTG Goldfish. It was like a budget deck for like $100, and I just upped the mana base up to it and everything, made it a little bit more expensive just because Arid Maces are good.
Yeah, you gotta have fetch lands.
Yeah, you gotta have some fetch lands.
Oh man, I'm so good at naming decks. If you made a golem tribal deck, you'd name it Thaumaturgist.
Going on another tangent here, but I have a problem with Modern with fetch lands.
Okay.
Why?
I
Because they're
just
expensive. I agree.
fetch lands are expensive,
At least the enemies aren't anymore.
and I hate that we have a format that needs them.
You mean 4 formats that need them?
Yes.
5 formats that? Yeah, because Vintage, Legacy, Modern, Commander. Okay, it's 4.
It's
It's 4 formats.
Yes. Yes, this is a very, very strong and probably wrong opinion. I'll admit that. But I am just so salty when I want to play Magic and I want to get into a format. I don't like.
well, yeah, because you're not running any fetches.
Yeah,
because they're
that's
expensive.
the thing. I don't like going into a format going, all right, so let me look at the land base. Oh, nice. The land base is about 80% of the price point to the rest of the deck. That's a problem for me, folks.
That's fair.
I just want the fetch.
I mean,
lands to be a
unless
little
you're playing
cheaper.
Ragavan.
Yeah, but I don't know. Then just like
You mean the perfectly good card Ragavan?
I
that
think
did
you just
nothing
gotta
wrong?
I think you just gotta look at yourself in the mirror and realize you're trying to play a perfect mana format, right? You gotta have the perfect land
That's
base.
mana.
It's
That's-
true.
Right?
No,
Like,
you're
modern.
complete.
You gotta do it.
I said that's
happy
mana.
you are
That's mana.
completely and 100% right. I'm just petty and salty.
That's fair. You know what you could do? You could play Burn.
I could play Burn right now.
You could play Burn.
I could. I'm not, but I could. Why? Because I want to complain.
Okay.
I want to complain about it. That's fair. It's good.
I'm not gonna begrudge that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's why I liked Pioneer. I know Pioneer.
I do. So Pioneer having the shocks but not the fetches, that is nice.
That is nice.
Right.
I like that. I
like
like. It's why I wish that I want that to be a resurgence. I want Pioneer to come back.
I don't care.
I know you don't. That's fair.
Well,
That's
I'm
fair.
just I've looked at the top decks in the format and they all seem pretty boring.
True.
The fact that mono black aggro is still a top deck, really, guys? Really? We haven't moved forward at all. Nothing's changed.
Nope.
You see, when I played Pioneer, I played Banned Spirits because that
Banned
was
Spirits.
fun.
Banned Spirits is I think Banned Spirits is still up there.
let's
And then
take a look.
Inverter, Demir Inverter.
Well, that got nerfed.
That got literally just banned. It literally just got banned.
Yeah, not too long ago. Let's take a look here.
Honestly, if I was going to play a deck, it would probably be just the blue-red list,
True. I mean, well, yeah. Let's take a look at the first one.
right? It's just Thing in the Ice,
Arclight
Phoenix. Yeah, it's just a Phoenix deck
Yeah,
with a
just
bunch
Phoenix.
of really fun cantrips.
Sure.
And that's it. Oh, and also Temporal Trespass. When's the last time you saw anyone play Temporal Trespass? That's a cool list.
That is a cool list, actually. Okay, I kind of like that now.
That's a cool list. Everything else, I'm like, I don't care.
It's like, okay, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
What's that 11 drop in there?
Yeah.
That you're going to make 3?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. But yeah, that's definitely a format I would love to see come back a little bit more.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Pioneer. Now my Pioneer dreams got crushed because I decided, it was early 2020. This was before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to do an IQ and I'm going to play Banned Spirits. And it was Pioneer. I prepared. Before I did this, I'm like, you know what? Let me play in a Pioneer tournament beforehand. Let me see how this deck does. Went undefeated. I felt real good. I was like, oh man, this deck's going to do great. I'm like, I just hope. I know I'm going to go against my worst matchups, but you know what? I have ways to go against Mono Red. I got ways to go against the Mirror, and then I have ways to go against. What was that other one that was going? Inverter. I was prepared. My first 2 matches were my worst matchups.
Nice.
Round 1 was mono red, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, Adolin. Oh okay,
Yeah, okay.
cool.
Yeah,
I like
all right.
losing.
Yeah, okay.
Cool."
Okay,
And he
great.
was smug, and I hated him.
Yep.
Love you, but I hate you. Then my second round was a mirror match, which I won the first game. He beat me in the second game. Got to the third game. He got his Coco out before me.
Yep. And that is lose.
Yes. So I started early 0-2, and I'm like, oh, good. This is going to be great. I'm so happy. But then I started coming back. I won the next 3 in a row. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, we got something. I beat like Azorius Spirits, Delirium. 'Cause
Oh
Delirium
yeah,
was a
Sultai
big thing.
Delirium. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
Yeah,
And then
it
I
was.
beat this mono green deck with which I felt bad with the guy. He was trying to do something, but he just ended up salty in the end. And I'm like, okay, I'm 3-2. It's 6 rounds. If I can go 4-2, I might be able to sneak in. Because the other 2 guys didn't do so well. So
Yeah.
they've dropped a bit. You know, doing the math in my head, you just see all those figures going around in my head. I'm like, I might be able to do this. Then I went against a Gruul deck and I lost.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was a sad day. Oh, there's a Naya Winota deck? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Nivtal. I'm surprised Nivtalite is still
I
even
remember
around.
Nift.
I'm
Oh,
surprised
yeah.
I'm surprised that list is still
Love
around.
when my opposites are over my adjacents.
Yeah. And I mean, and right now the big thing I know with Pioneer
It's
right
great.
now, one of the decks is, you know, the Sacrifice.
Math joke.
Cat
Yep.
Evan. Jun Sacrifice.
Jun Sachs.
You know, the deck that did really well in Standard, it's
Oh, yeah,
still good in
It's
Pioneer.
still good in Pioneer, yeah.
And even better now because you could add Coco to it.
It's true.
So funny. But well, this one doesn't. This one has Corvold. That's why though.
But yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've got anything else.
Yeah, I don't got anything. You got anything else, Elijah? Anything you want to add? Any fun
Nope,
commands?
besides that math joke, I got none.
Cool.
Hey, you did good. You did good.
You
Good
did
job.
good, kid. Don't
did
get
good.
cocky.
Don't get cocky. Don't. Hey, don't let it go to your head. All right. That light can replace you at
This
any
is
time.
still a tangent. You guys realize that, right?
Yes!
Yes, that's the
It's
whole
a
point.
podcast.
You tangented off of a tangent.
Yes.
Hi, welcome to the MTG Rundown, Elijah. Glad you could join us.
I know.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Jeez. But all right, guys, I think that's all we got today. This has been the MTG Rundown. My name's Andrew.
I am happy.
And I'm Elijah.
We'll see you guys next week with hopefully more stuff and more tangents.
Shine get.
Sweet. Let's Jeff, cut that. Let's try
Jeff,
again.
keep that in.